I want to welcome you to the Ask Jeff YouTube channel. Here's today's question. How do you read the book of Job? I find it hard to because all the humans in the book get God wrong. Well, you're absolutely right. In fact, I think that's kind of the genius of the book of Job is everybody, including Job in some respect, get the Lord wrong. Now, why is that important? Well, in Isaiah chapter 55, it says that God's ways are not our ways. His thoughts are not our thoughts. And one of the struggles/blessings of the book of Job is you look at the first couple of chapters, just this horrendous scenario that comes upon Job's life. But at the same time, what does God say about Job? He's perfect. Now, perfect is not a synonym with sinless. Perfect means he has accomplished or completed what was asked of him. In other words, Job was in a right relationship with God, doing things the way he should, and then the Lord allows this horrific stuff to happen to him. He loses his children, he loses his health, he loses his friends. The only thing he doesn't lose is his nagging wife, but that's another question for another day. Fast forward all the way through until you get to chapter 42. He is in a miserable state of affairs. Then you get to chapter 42. He gets twice the material blessings back. He gets his children back. He gets his health back and lives an enormous amount of time. And so I think the key to Job, when you say, how do you read it? I think the key is how should we read it, is you have to read it through the lens of chapter 42. The story doesn't make sense until you see chapter 42. Let me make a parallel. The death of Jesus doesn't make sense unless you look at it through the lens of the empty tomb. And so guess what? At the death of Jesus, pretty much all the humans got it wrong, did they not? Peter got it wrong. Sanhedrin got it wrong. The high priest got it wrong. Pilate got it wrong. In fact, we only have a record in John 19 of about 5 people who got it right, plus Joseph of Arimathea and Nicodemus. That's it. Hundreds of thousands of people got it wrong. But then you fast forward to the empty tomb, and all of a sudden, people started seeing it properly. So I think the key to the book of Job is you have to read it through the lens of chapter 42, which means understanding he didn't see it coming, but when God brought it, it all made sense. Great question. If you have one, send to AskJeff.net. Maybe your question be tomorrow's. Thank you so much for being a part of our daily question here at the Ask Jeff YouTube channel. I want to encourage you on a few things. Number one, if you have a question to ask, submit it to AskJeff.net. Eventually, we'll get around to your question. Secondly, we'd encourage you to subscribe. That way, each and every day, Monday through Friday, you get a reminder of our question of the day. And last but not least, I want to remind you that on Wednesday evenings, live at First Baptist Church of Opelika, fbcopelika.com, we do a solid hour of Ask Jeff where we dig into the questions more than just 60 or 90 seconds. Sometimes we take the entire hour. All that being said, AskJeff.net is where you submit a question to this channel each and every day, Monday through Friday.